love rockabilly music just because it's so fun. It's such a great hybrid of blues, hillbilly music, jazz, and swing, and I was having so much fun playing it on my guitar, I just wanted to put it on the ukulele. So I figured it's an accessible way for people to expand upon their blues skills and also learn a bit about soloing. And a lot of what you learn in playing rockabilly is definitely applicable to swing as well. So that's why I decided to do that. So in this rockabilly book, it's not so much a song book as much as it is a tool book of ways of getting more of the classic rock and roll sounds of the rhythm playing and some of the single note lines into your playing. Now volume 2 is going to go more into soloing, but what I wanted to outline in this is specific keys that work great on the ukulele. Now those keys I work with are the key of C, the key of A, and also the key of F. But what's neat is that as you learn how to strum in this style of what I call boogie strums, you'll find that once you know a couple of chords, you can fill in the missing chords that you need for other keys. So an example of this would be, if we just took a classic song like Blue Suede Shoes and we played in the key of A. So our chords would be the 1 chord A, and then the 4 chord is D, or D7, and then our 5 chord is E7. So what I do in Chapter 2 is I outline the different notes that you can add to each chord to get more of the boogie-woogie sound of piano playing. So those 3 notes you add to A are here, the open string, then the 2nd fret, and then the 3rd fret. Now if you add that to the chord, you get this sound. I'll do it slow at first. Okay. Now if I add that with a shuffle strum, it will sound a little something like this. One of the things I definitely emphasize in the book is maintaining connection to backbeat. So you hear how I'm strumming? 2, 3, 4. So you're making those strums louder, but you're also making the other strums quieter. So when I change to D, you see I heard those boogie notes? When you get to E7, instead of adding 2 or 3 boogie notes, what I do is I put my pinky down on this chord, and that makes a really, it's kind of a nasty sound. It's a cool sound though. Right, so that C that I've added with my pinky is actually not part of the E7 chord. It's officially called an E7 plus 5, or sharp 5. You don't have to know what that means. All you have to know is that it's a cool sound. Because it's kind of a, quote, wrong note. So one at a time in context, I'll do it a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes E7. And so forth, and so on. So in Chapter 3 of the book, I do get into some single note licks. Just like the boogie-woogie lines from strumming, these kind of mimic the sound of the left hand of a boogie-woogie piano player, and you find them all over swing music, jump swing, and of course rock and roll and rockabilly. One of the ones that's in the book is note for note from Little Richard's Good Golly Miss Molly. So if you listen to the original recording, you hear Little Richard ripping up the piano, and then there's a guitar player who's playing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he moves to C. D. C. Golly, Miss Molly, and that's how it goes. Now, that's how the lick is note for note, but when you get this under your fingers, what you can do is, of course, use it as a springboard for some variations. Let me go a little slower and I'll show you what I mean. By the way, I'm using a low G string ukulele, but this sounds fine with high as well. And baritone, too. It'll just be in a different key. So I'm picking everything with my thumb. That was the basic structure for that G riff on a G7 chord. And check this out. I'll go. Now I'll keep that that pattern consistent when I go to the C chord. And then I'll go to the G chord. So there's all kinds of ways you can make these your own. You could also go. So the way I like to do this is I just touch with the thumb soft. That's kind of the ukulele Zen approach. Keep the hand really soft and open. That's going to be really important as you play this. Notice how I leave this finger down. When I leave my first finger on that 2nd fret D on the 3rd string, now I'm rooted, so to speak, in this position, and it's right there. The notes are just right under my fingers. When I go to C, and then when I go to D, it's a little trickier. I have to put my 2nd finger there now. And then I go back to G. You can hammer on this 3rd note, like that, or you could pick it. The idea is that, yeah, we learn these things note for note, but please, by all means, use them as a springboard for your own variations and just turn them into your own ideas. Pretty soon you'll find that you're going to have a lot of different ways to handle common chords. So when you come across a G7 or a C7 chord, you're going to know what to do in single note terminology. When the rooster starts to crow, I rise and shine, and the bell still rings at quitting time. Did I mention to you that I think you're fine? You be mine, dear, well, you be mine. When that cool evening breeze begins to blow, I'll be dreaming of you soon, baby, this I know. We'll go out on the town and drink some wine. Will you be mine, dear? Will you be mine?